Why isn't this refreshing? What is this? Oh, it's the thing we read. Fair play. Moving on, people. Apparently, Real Sociedad chief breaks silence on rumours Arsenal will sign Spain star Martin Zubimendi in 51 million deal this summer. Arsenal are hoping to land the 26-year-old Spain international this summer. Real Sociedad chief Joaquin Amiribay did not rule out a move for Zubimendi. Real Sociedad's president has revealed that Martin Zubimendi's future will be decided in June amid intense interest, better yet, from Arsenal. The 26-year-old came close to joining Liverpool last summer. He'd be a Premier League winner if he went. The Spanish international has been courted by Mikel Arteta for over 12 months, although Real Madrid have also reportedly shown interest. Arsenal are in the market for a new centre midfield player with Jorginho and Thomas Partey both running out of contract at the end of the season. They'll be boosted by the president Joaquim Amrabay's comments, with the Sociedad chief failing to rule out a move away for Zubimendi. Asked about the Euro 2024 winner's future, Amrabay told Radio Marca de Nostada. Have I said that right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. All I ask of him is one last effort to qualify for Europe, and whatever happens will happen in June. There's no point in speculating now about whether he'll be there. He's had several opportunities to leave, and he'll make the decision he wants because he'll have more options. I don't remember our last conversation when I talked to him. It's more about goals and pushing. There's 1 month left. We're playing against opponents who can beat us, but we can also beat them all. There are no easy or difficult matches. Martin is part of that. I don't know if it's difficult for him to stay. We haven't tried to raise the clause. Don't think contracts are negotiated like that. It's more of a matter of willpower. If he wants to continue the conversation, it will last 5 minutes. I don't know if it's difficult. Martin Zubimendi allegedly wants to play in the Champions League, but Sociedad sit in 10th place in La Liga, and they look set to miss out on European football next summer. Obviously, they got dealt with against Man United in the Europa League. Liverpool, like Arsenal, have thought they're getting Zubimendi, then there'll be U-turns. The biggest rumour should be about a striker, although Zubimendi would be a good choice for anyone. I hear it, people. He did say last summer, I didn't have any pressure from my close circle. My friends are clear that whatever I decide out, it will be the best. There's no pressure at all. Sociedad for me is my life. I think I've been here for half my life. A lot of what I am is part of Real. It's my life. That's cool, man. And again, you did see on the 24th of April that Arsenal are confident of landing Zubimendi despite interest in the star from Real Madrid. We'll never know. But for what he said at the time, the Gunners are confident of acquiring the signature of the Real Sociedad star, with negotiations already at an advanced stage. His signing is expected to kickstart an important summer of recruitment for the North London club. Arteta is a keen admirer of the 15-time Spanish international. Simultaneously, there's also rumours of obviously Thomas Partey renewing his deal. So yeah, we're formally ready to trigger his clause. Allegedly, instead, Man United believe that they have successfully wrapped up a deal for sporting striker Gyokeres, according to Football Insider. Viktor Gyokeres to Man United is a done deal. Man United are confident their move to sign Gyokeres is a done deal. United have been working hard behind the scenes to reach an agreement and now feel they're in a strong position to finalise an agreement. The 26-year-old goal machine had been a top target at Old Trafford since Amorim appointed, after they built a strong relationship, blah, blah, blah. So where's the evidence? United are not the only Prem side with ambitions of signing Gyokeres. Arsenal have opened talks allegedly to sign him and want to get a deal done early in the transfer market. Sources say the forward's relationship with Amorim has now swung the deal in United's favour, and there's growing confidence they'll complete his signing. The Sweden international has 52 goals and 12 assists in 48 appearances for Sporting so far this season, as we know. Eze is being linked with Ruben Amorim's Manchester United side as well. I'm sure there's some more stuff on Gyokeres, but apparently communication regarding Saliba has been discreet, as Arsenal are still fighting for trophies, but Florentino will work to sign the player, so those rumours ain't going anywhere. Saliba is the chosen one to lead Real Madrid's defence from next season. I don't think you're going to get him next season, but with his contract running down and Real Madrid's track record of signing people to free transfers, and with his contract running down in 2027 and it being a World Cup year, there's a lot to consider. He has been on Honey Calafant's agenda for a long time, a very good agent, man. So we'll have to get his deal signed. Florentino Perez has decided he'll do anything to sign William Saliba this summer. The player knows it, Real Madrid know it, and Arsenal know it. He's the chosen one, allegedly. Arsenal ready to open discussions with the agent of sporting striker Gyokeres about a summer move. The player knows it, Arsenal know it. Perez hovering to sign Gunner's star for Real Madrid. They want a new leader at the back. Well, have you seen his recent performances? Maybe Saliba knows that there's thingies, man. There's interest. Apparently, Madrid knows it, the player knows it, and Arsenal know it. With things still at stake, the Champions League for the Londoners and La Liga for Real Madrid, the exchange of messages is done in a lukewarm and discreet manner. He's probably getting Mbappe to do it all, innit? But Florentina seems to roll up his sleeves to bring to the Bernabeu the man who many currently consider the best centre-back on the market. Florentino Perez will presumably be overseeing any effort. Fair play. I listened to my heart. I mean, I don't know why I've got this, but this is in relation to Douglas Luiz. It feels like that boat is past. Arsenal missed out on PSG star during the January transfer window after transfer gamble backfired. What is this? Mikel Arteta could have been fielding a PSG player against his own club if the January transfer window had gone differently. PSG forward Marco Asensio joined Aston Villa on loan in a beat the deadline move and has been a hit at the Midlands. The 29-year-old was able to play obviously against PSG. What does this mean for Arsenal? Arteta had Asensio on his radar throughout January after being made aware of the versatile forward's potential availability because he was not getting game time at PSG and wanted minutes to get back to his best. Arsenal remained interested and Asensio also held off to weigh up his options before deciding on Emre. Arsenal waited and held off because they're also interested in Ollie Watkins as they look to bolster their squad. Arsenal say they were offered Watkins in January because Villa were keen to balance the books and offload a striker, but it was John Duran who eventually went to the Saudi Pro League. Arteta grew increasingly interested in Watkins and is a fan of the player, even though the deal is unlikely to be resurrected in the summer. Arsenal now have the likes of Viktor Gyokeres and Benjamin Sesko in their sights, and they arguably put all their eggs in the Watkins basket in January, and they missed out on other targets. He's also a big admirer of Asensio, and January was not the first time Arsenal have looked at him and have been sounded out on his potential availability, but they waited too long. Okay. Ooh, we didn't get Asensio. Good player, but wow. I did cover this yesterday, but allegedly, Bukayo Saka has agreed a new long-term contract at the Emirates. He signaled his willingness. We signaled our willingness. Needs to be the highest paid player, firmly a franchise player. He's been linked with Real Madrid. Can't beat them, get them to join you. We've gone cold on Nico Williams as we're looking at Ademola Lookman. Not sure I believe that. Barcelona and Juventus are all looking at him. Allegedly, he has a 60 to 65 million price tag. I'm not sure I believe that, but I did cover that before. We have been linked with Bilal El Kanous of Leicester City. Would not be against that for 30 odd million quid. 20, 21 years of age, versatile, can grow in the squad. So who would say no to that? Arsenal could play a key role in Man City getting Cambiasso. How? The Gunners will sell Nuno Tavares to Lazio for just 6 million in June. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying Nuno goes Juventus, they sell Cambiasso. Okay. And Lazio are going to make a little tidy profit on him. We've been linked with Christopher Nkunku. I've read this numerous times. People apparently we inquired in January. Clearly didn't come to anything, or he'd be at the club potentially. Arsenal received Martin Zubimendi transfer deadline. Just remixing what we've already seen. Gone over that. We know Saka against Nuno Mendes was great, and it's going to have to continue. Arsenal should sign Osimhen instead of Gyokeres. First and foremost, Osimhen is far more proven at the highest level than Gyokeres. Having performed in Liga for Lille, emerged as a truly elite goal scorer at Napoli, where he spearheaded their Liga triumphs, while also having led the line for Nigeria in the Africa Cup of Nations. While Gyokeres is high up on Arsenal's shortlist, he's only really made waves at Sporting in Portugal, which is an inferior division to both Liga and Serie A. And before that, he burst into life in the Championship for Coventry. Osimhen is a world-class striker, and when comparing his game to that of Gyokeres as well, Arsenal be aided by the former's presence much more. Unlike the former Coventry hero, who plays in a league which suits him to a T due to how much space he's afforded to score goals on the break, the Nigerian international's time in Serie A has given him the experience of playing against low blocks. One of Arsenal's biggest drawbacks this season has been against deep blocks, which is true. Fair enough. And apparently he'd be open to joining the Premier League. I reckon he goes Saudi. Arsenal defender Nuno Tavares is set to join Lazio, as we know. Interestingly, on our clause, the clause in the move to Rome included an obligation to buy permanently if the Portuguese man played 50% of Lazio's games. Now, an update from Italy has claimed the club are pushing for a quick move. Apparently, they've claimed that talks have been brought forward. The report does add, however, that Lazio are considering signing Tavares early in the window so they can sell him on for a profit. It said the fee they would have to pay is in the region of 7.6 million, with the Gunners currently holding a sell-on clause worth between 20 and 40% in his current deal. Yeah, go sign for Juventus, bro. Go sign for Juventus. Earlier in the season, the president of Lazio said, I won't sell him, even for 70 million euros, which equates to 58.9 million. We have fought off a lot of competition from big clubs for the fullback. Fair enough, and big up Tavares. Gyokeres is scoring goals for fun, as we already know, people. We have also been linked with Adam Wharton of Crystal Palace. I can't say I believe that. We're still linked with Christopher Nkunku, as you know. No one don't care about that. What's this? So yeah, apparently we're preparing to open negotiations with the agent of Viktor Gyokeres as we step up efforts to bring him to the Emirates. 1 minute it's United, then it's not. Talks with his reps are expected to begin soon, and the players understood to be open to a Premier League move if the right opportunity arises. They're ready to cash in on the attacker this summer, and they're ready to accept less than the player's actual release clause due to his loyalty and services to the club. He set the cost of Gunners or any other club who wishes to sign him around 70 million. As per the report, Arsenal are currently in the process of deciding what to offer to the striker in terms of a wage package. Arsenal have reportedly made him their primary target for the summer transfer window. And you have seen David Ornstein speak on him as well. So we'll have to see. But equally, there's talk of going to Man United. We will be watching Barcelona against Inter Milan tomorrow, folks. And later today, don't forget, we will be reacting regardless of what happens to Paris Saint-Germain. So make sure you join me. Why are we selling Nuno? This is what I hate about Arteta. He's improved so much, but we're selling him for 6 million. Sell him regardless, man. Big up my bro. Good day. 2-0 to Arsenal. You heard it here. I hope you're right, man. It's the low blocks that kill us. You can tell this reporter didn't watch Niger AFCON at all. All you fraudsters sitting in the shadows, hit the likes, people. But when you really think about it, what is there to do in Brum for Spanish people? Huh? Sources say all these transfer rumors are just white noise at this point. Replace these journals with AI. I offer that'd be a shout, you know, but then there'll be a lot of people unemployed and we don't want that. Whatever the Champions League outcome, we should go for Zubimendi or Edison and Gyokeres and David for free. So we'll be able to challenge for the EPL again and Champions League. Wouldn't mind Edison. Don't think he's the profile Arteta wants though. Or Zubimendi. Jonathan David, yeah, I'll pass. Imagine we lose one of Gabriel or Saliba and we get a bang average striker. Boy. Let's hope that's not the case. Philip, we need to bring it home. I thought he agreed terms with United, so what deal are we trying to make? The biggest rumor should be about a striker. True. People saying KK against Timber. Remember, KK can play on the right, which would be a test for Miles. But Miles should be full of confidence, man. I think we need a midfielder who can play striker, Joe. Either that or another fullback. DG, do you think... Oh, sorry, I covered that already. It's going to have to stand up to be counted, man. Just going to have to stand up to be counted. If form and injuries are included, Donnarumma, Hakimi, Pacho, Kivio, Mendes, Partey, Rice, Vitayo, Saka, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. But I hear it. Smash the likes if you know. How many players do we need in the summer? Thin squad and players to shift already. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot's going to be impacted indirectly on who stays and who goes, even though business shouldn't, but winger, striker, centre mid, 2 goalies, at least 1 defender. I think 6. And a couple of the players that are linked with moves away, one might have to stay, whether that's, you know, I'm just going to say names, Zinchenko, Partey, Tomiyasu, Fabio Vieira, Kivio. Might have to keep a couple of them, if I'm honest with you. We've learned nothing this season. Depth. 2 more likes and we've hit 100, folks. Come on, man. We're flirting with it. So, yeah, is there anything else Arsenal related? Let's spin the block. We've gone over that. We've covered a lot. Big up you lot, people, because it's a privilege to be here day in, day out, week in, week out with you lot, Arsenal fans or not. We can step up for big matches.